Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our respected lecturer, Madam Safra Adila Binti Sukiman. So for this video, our group Ideal Date will present the user interface of our Ideal Date apps. So many dating apps focus on appearance and fast swiping, which often lead to shallow interaction, ghosting and mismatched expectation. So dating app can become frustrating and time consuming. So Ideal Date is designed to help user build genuine connection because it combines meaningful profiles, clear intention and intuitive swiping to make the dating simpler and safer to make it enjoyable. So our app is also include the personality test which help the user to understand themselves better and find match who are truly aligned with their value. Now, let me introduce you to our team member. The first one is Muhammad RAHIMI as a product manager, and me, Muhammad AIMAN, as UI designer, and NATASYA NAZIRA as UX writer, and lastly, SUMAYYAH AQILAH as UX researcher. With that, I will now pass the presentation to HAZIQ. Thank you.
Now let us look at the first part, the first interface, which is the welcome screen. When the user first enters Ideal Date application, they will first see this, which is just our logo. Next, let's move on to the language selection of the application itself. The application can be categorized into 4 languages, which are English, Malay, Tamil, and Mandarin. After selecting that, they can move on to the next page, which is the sign up section, where they can sign up for their account. In this section, they can sign up for either Google or using their Apple ID. After signing up for the account using either Google or their Apple ID, they will start to create their account. In creating their account, they will need to first put their full name according to the identification card, which is essential for safety purposes, which will be explained later on in this video. Not only that, they will also put their email as well as their password. They will put their password 2 times to confirm their password. After that, they will be notified that their account will be successfully created. After that, we will move on to the next safety measure, which is to set up our Face ID. Now, by setting up Face ID, this enables us to ensure that there are no people trying to fake their identity and catfish people online through our application. Let us move on to the Face ID completion page. Once you have done your Face ID properly, it will now move on to the next page, which is the Face ID completion, where it states that your Face ID is completed essentially. Moving on to the next one, which is the identification card verification. In this section, you will be required to submit the front and back of your identification card. And moving on to that, if your identification card is not clearly visible or properly in frame within the application that we have provided, the rejection of the identification card interface will pop up. That is the identification card rejection, and you will need to redo the scanning of the identification card again. Now, after completing the identification card scanning, we will now move on to the next part, where the application itself will autofill your information from the identification card. They will autofill 2 things, which is your full name as well as your date of birth. Now, this is why it is important to properly put your full name when creating an account. This is because if you do not put it, then the next screen will pop up, which I will explain later on. But this is a safety measure to ensure that there is no form of identity theft in this situation. Next, they will also look at your date of birth. This is to ensure that you are a legal adult and not a minor. Now, let's move on to the next part, which is information not aligned. If your information that you have filled in the beginning when creating an account, that is when you filled your full name, is not aligned with what you have scanned in the identification card, you will need to redo it and put in your name properly or redo the scanning part again, as this means that there must be some sort of error. However, if it is successful, then your account is verified and your identification card is also verified, and we can now move on to the next step.
Hi, now I'm going to walk you through the profile creation part and explain how users set up their profile step by step on Ideal Date, starting from basic identity details all the way to profile approval. To begin with, users are asked to create a nickname which will be displayed to other users on the platform. By allowing users to choose their own nickname, Ideal Date helps them introduce themselves in a friendly and personal way while still protecting their real identity. So after setting up their nickname, users then move on to selecting their location. And instead of choosing a specific city or address, users only select their state, which helps narrow down the matching range while prioritizing user safety. So this selection is made through a drop-down menu, ensuring the process remains simple and easy to complete. Once the location is confirmed, users proceed to the profile details section where they provide more in-depth information about themselves. And in this section, users manually type in their hobbies, goals, profession, chat language, and religion, allowing them to express their personality and intentions clearly. Meanwhile, height is selected using a wheel picker, which improves accuracy and creates a smoother user experience. By collecting these details, Ideal Date is able to address the issue of unmatched goals while also allowing users to match with others who align with your personal preferences. After completing their profile details, users are guided to the interest selection section, which further enhances matching accuracy. At this stage, users can either type in their own interests or choose from the suggested option provided below, giving them flexibility while still offering helpful guidance. Once interests are selected, users move on to the photo upload section where they are required to upload minimum of 4 photos and maximum of 6. These photos must clearly show the user's face and be appropriate, as this helps maintain authenticity and ensures a respectful and safe community. And after all sections are completed, the system gonna review the entire profile to ensure it follows community guidelines. And if any information is inappropriate, such as unclear facial visibility in photos or the use of vulgar words in the nickname or any self-type sections, the profile creation may fail. However, if users believe the system has made a mistake, they can click the Contact Us button below and the team will review the issue. And when all requirements are met successfully, the process ends smoothly and there you go. The user's profile is successfully created and ready for connection.
Moving on to the next interface, this section consists of a set of carefully designed questions that help the system understand the user's personality, emotional responses, and lifestyle preferences. For example, users are asked how they recharge after a stressful day, how they deal with emotions, and what they value most in a relationship. Each questions provide multiple choice answers, making it easy and quick to complete. The purpose of this question is to collect meaningful data that allows the system to match users. Next is partner recommendations. This interface shows how Ideal Date use those answers to generate partner recommendations based on the user's personality traits, communication styles, and relationship preferences. The system identifies the type of partner that best suits them. These features help users understand their compatibility better and ensures that the matching process is more meaningful rather than random. From the left to the right, here's what each button does. First, the undo button, which is shown with a yellow arrow. This lets you go back to the previous profile you swipe on, though it's offered a premium features. Next is a pause button marked with an X. This simplifies reject the profile. Then we have both our priority represented by a lightning icon. This makes your profile more visible to others for a limited time. After that is the like button shown with a heart. This lets you show interest in the profile. Finally, there's favorite marked with a star. This shows extra interest and notify the other person more clearly than a normal like. Once a match is made, it will appear in the message list where user can easily see and manage all their conversations.
Now, let's take a look at interface 23A. So, when user like profile or notify other user, when a user likes someone on Ideal A, the system immediately sends a notification to the other user. Once the like button is tapped, a confirmation message appears to inform the user that their interest has been sent successfully, and at the same time, the other user receives a notification letting them know that they have been liked. So, these users are referred to as notified user, allowing interaction to begin without revealing too much information too early. And this feature keeps the experience exciting while respecting the user privacy. And next, for 23B, notification when other user like backs or match. If the other user likes back, Ideal Date instantly notifies both users with a match notification. This pop-up appears on the screen to clearly inform them that a mutual interest has been formed, and once matched, both users can start messaging each other directly within the app. And this smooth transition from notification to conversation encourages meaningful connection and keep the interaction natural and engaging.
The conversation chat feature allows real-time communications, making it simple for a user to build connections in a comfortable and private environment. Also, Ideal Date introduced a buzz feature in the conversation chat to reduce the issue of ghosting. This feature allows users to send a gentle notifications or remind to their match when a message has not been replied to for a certain period of time. Audio Date also includes harsh word detection features to promote respectful communications. These features automatically detects harsh word or offensive language in message before or after they are sent. If a message contains such a language, it will be not sent, ensuring that all conversations remain respectful and considerate. Moving on to the navigation buttons, these features are designed to ensure user safety and comfort during conversation. The mute button allows users to temporarily silence notifications from a specific chat without ending the connections, which is useful when users need personal space or time. The back button enables users to immediately stop all communications with someone they feel uncomfortable with, ensuring they no longer receive message from that person. Next, we have System Settings Interface. This is System Settings section of the app. Users can manage their profile, control notifications, and adjust privacy and security settings. They are also able to log out or delete their account if needed. This section ensures that users have full control over their account and personal data, promoting trust and a safe user experience within the Ideal Date platform.
Now let's take a look at my profile section. So this screen acts as the user's digital identity within the app. At the top, user can immediately see their profile pictures with a clear option to edit it, making personalization quick and intuitive. Below that, personal details such as nickname, age, state, hobbies, goals, profession, and preference are neatly organized in a vertical layout. So each item includes an edit icon, allowing user to update individual details without confusion. This design keeps the experience simple while giving user full control over how they present themselves to the others. And next is section 29, privacy and security, which focus on account protection and trust. Here, user can view their registered email and securely update their password. So the password fields are masked to protect sensitivity information, and the clean layout minimizes distraction. So the confirm button at the bottom ensures changes are only safe when the user is certain. So this section reassures that their personal data is handled carefully and responsibly. Moving on to section 30, logout. Although it seems simple, this feature plays an important role in security. When users attempt to log out, a confirmation pop-up appears asking them to confirm their decision. This prevents accidental logout and reflects thoughtful user-centered design. And lastly, section 31, delete account. This is the most critical action available to user. The interface clearly warns user with a confirmation dialog before proceeding. By requiring explicit confirmation, the app ensures the user fully understands the consequences of deleting their account, reducing the risk of irreversible mistakes.